I've got some requests for a tutorial, so today I am going to show you how I made my Bloodline MM2 edit. This is a short. I had to mute it due to copyright, but if you want to watch it with the audio, the short is on my channel. I made this on CapCut Mobile, non-pro version. I'm basically going to show you how I made it on CapCut, but you can use another editing app, but I don't know how to, so... The first thing I did was join MM2 clips. I recommend using a private server because they are free. Select maps from the side of your screen and then pick whichever map you want. I chose house. You can walk around to take your screenshots. I recommend zooming in all the way and then obviously cropping out the side. I'm going to show you all the screenshots I used for my edit. Here they all are. I obviously used different angles. The first thing I did was extract my audio. If you want, you can take the one off of my short. After that, I lined all of the screenshots up where I wanted them. And to zoom in, I just used my fingers and pinched, but you can also crop. The next game you want to join is Catalog Avatar. Again, I recommend a private server because they are free. Go to emotes on the side of your screen. You can pick whatever emote you want. I used heavy breathing for myself and for my friend. I forget what I used, honestly, but... Then you want to go to gear, which is in the catalog, and there should be a knife close to the top, and you want to equip that. For the gun, you can just type in the word pistol, and it should appear. Next, you're going to press the clone button, and then the free cam button, which will allow you to zoom in and out, and get better quality. Now you can add both clips as an overlay, and also crop all of the sides off. And then remove the background with the chroma key, and you can adjust the chroma key until all the lines are gone and how you want it. Now, you can use a blue screen or green screen depending on the avatar. Like for mine, I used a blue screen because mine has green on it. Anyway, this is how both clips together should look. For the next scene, you can change into outfits you have or your friend's outfits. You just gotta go to outfit loader, and you can type in any username. For dead emotes, you can pick whichever one you want and just use it for all of the people or outfits. Next, you're going to put all of them on here just like this. I only used one because I don't feel like remaking the whole thing. But yeah, and then you can add whatever transition you want. For the blood part, I just searched up blood on Safari or Google, and you can use whichever one you want. Add it as an overlay. And then remove the background using chroma key. After that, scroll to the end and go to layers and layer it behind your avatar. And then you can use the keyframes, and that's how you're gonna make it bigger, like progressively, basically. I am gonna keep the rest of this pretty brief. For this next part, I made these two little screenshots and added them as overlays. I took both avatars in these poses and I put them on the backgrounds, basically, and screenshotted them like this. I used keyframes to position and move them up and down, and then I moved this overlay over here, and I added her, and I moved her upwards in the spot I wanted her to go. You can even zoom it in if you want. A very quick tutorial on the blood I used for the hands and the knife. Basically, I went to text, and I clicked on draw, and I went to this brush right here. You can even change the opacity and the color if you want. And basically I dabbed it on. I know this isn't a good tutorial at this part of it, but you can do it however you want to. Very simple. And I used a sticker for the other part of the knife at the beginning. Keeping it simple, for the text part, all you gotta do is put on your text and basically line it up with the lyrics. I used a template. I used the clean design one, and I changed the font and the color. Put it in whatever position you want to, and we'll put the overlay on later. For the heart part, I just used a heart and a broken heart emoji. At the end, I added these two overlays. The first one I made in Catalog Avatar using poses. Next, I added the gun. You can screenshot this one if you want, but I can do another tutorial on how to get 3D guns and knives if anybody wants that. Anyway, first remove the background. There's gonna be a hole in it, but it's alright. At the end there, you can do the same thing we did earlier with the blood splat. And now it's time for effects. You can adjust the video however you want to. This is not how I adjusted mine personally, but I'm just gonna make adjustments right here just to show you. Basically that's all the categories I used adjustments in. This is basically your preference though. After that, you may export your project. Okay, for the overlay I was talking about, we have to overlay it over the text. So this is all the adjustments I used to basically make it completely white like this. You can watch. I make sure to remove the background and crop it as well. I added black faded transitions to all of the corners. These are all the effects I used. I used a lot, but it's basically your preference. But I can point a couple of them out for you. For this part, I recommend using pink snow. And for this part, I recommend using rotate window. I used a lot of black flashes, white flashes, a bunch of that stuff throughout this video. Last, I added my watermark text. I put it in the middle so I know exactly where the center of the video is. And I used keyframes and I keyframed around it, basically moving the parts that I wanted moved to make sure everything stays centered. If you have any additional questions or want any additional tutorials, let me know in the comments, and I can probably answer your questions from there. Thank you so much for watching. This was my first tutorial, so I know it's a bit messy, but hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Make sure to check out the original short and subscribe.